Sai Ram.
Sai Ram.
We're here with Raghuvir, and he's here to share another wonderful story with us in theory. Probably.
So, again, this is one more story about how Swami works his ways, even when not in person, right? So, this was, I think, his 85th birthday. And although I have been going to Parthi for many years, never had an opportunity to be in Parthi for Swami's birthday. Mm-hmm. So, but this time, I really had this strong urge. It was almost like a calling that I wanted to go. It was like as if Swami wanted me there. So, and then I booked a ticket to India. I had a dream. Swami was looking happy that, I made the travel arrangement. Mm-hmm. And so that was my confirmation that yes, that's my permission to go to Puttaparthi. So, and then I went there, huge crowds and, So, I sat in the stadium, and this huge sea of humanity, and then went to the ashram, and then the ashram was packed with people, and I was just sitting there and reminiscing about those old years when there were no hardly any people in Parthi, and you had that free interaction and things like that. I was reminiscing about it, and I was actually in a way missing that, But so what happened was, I had all those thoughts and this and that, and I used to think about how he used to give letters to Swami, and Swami used to take letters and things like that, and so I was kind of missing that. So after the darshan, I went out and I went to a restaurant on the street, and I was sitting there. In fact, Tommy recommended one restaurant. It was an American couple who started that restaurant. So I said, "Raghu, you need to go there." So I went there, and then I sat in the restaurant. But by the time I went, I think the kitchen closed. But however, the couple were very nice, and then they said, "If you wait, we'll make something for you." So I sat down in the restaurant. There was a nice chair, and then they had a little kind of like a bookshelf with a few books. Okay. And so they said it'll take about 30, 40 minutes, 45 minutes to make something. So I just picked up a book and I started reading it. Mm-hmm. And I really started enjoying that book. And I really got engrossed in that book. And then, suddenly these people can say, "Your food is ready." And then, like I was really feeling bad to put the book back because it was so good. But however, I ate my lunch and, and then, came out of it and left Parthi, and then went back to Hyderabad, and then I went to my office. Probably the next day, we had a all-hands meeting. And there were probably about, 150 people in the room. And so we had the all-hands meeting got over. And then, there was this one employee who was like, close to the door, but he was like hesitating to go, but stay or go kind of a thing. So I asked him, what's going on? So he said, "No, sir, I wanted to give this gift to you." So he had something wrapped in a newspaper. He wrapped it. It's not like a gift, like a presentation or anything like that. It just he said, "I want to give this to you." So I said, "Okay, why?" So he said, "No, sir, I was just, I went to a bookstore yesterday, and I was just walking around in the bookstore, and then suddenly my eyes fell on this book, and something in me told me that, I need to buy this book and give it to you." So that's why I bought this book and I'm giving it to you. So I said, okay, very well, thank you very much. And then I said, can I open this book? So I opened the book and I was shocked because it was the exact same book that I was reading in the restaurant in Parthi.
I remember the name of the book.
Yes. So the name of the book is The Autobiography of a Yogi.
Oh yeah.
It's a very famous book.
Yeah.
And and that was the book.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't tell him that, but I said, why did you buy this book? And he said, I had this, when my eyes fell on it, somehow something told me that I need to give this to you.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, okay, very good, thank you. What is your name? And then he said, my name is Sai. So then I opened the book like this. And on the first page, he said, with love, Baba.
Really?
Right.
And that is a rare autograph for that book.
Right. And then I saw this and I just couldn't believe.
Mm.
Then, of course I thanked him and all that stuff. But I just, I think kind of, there may be a sea of people in Parthi on his birthday. But he was listening to everyone, feeling everyone's, love and affection and devotion and answering everyone. I am sure there were a million people whom he was taking care of. But for me, I felt personally touched because I was missing that personal thing that was there before that. I had a longing and I was really kind of feeling sad that I was missing it. But then here is your reinforcement saying that, don't worry, I'm there. Ah, yeah. Right?
I'm always with you.
I'm always with you, right? So, and there was no reason for the gentleman to do that. It was, it was just a regular office meeting.
And his name was Sai, and it was
His name was
signed by
Sai,
Swami.
Yes.
There are not many autobiographies of a yogi signed by Swami. I can tell you, you may have the only one.